Welcome to Creative Movies Recapped. Today's recap is a western thriller titled Terror on Prairie. Watch out for spoilers ahead. The movie opens up with a man being chased by a gang of 4 on horses. The gang eventually catches up with him and mercilessly drags him. The leader of the gang, Captain Miller, quotes the Bible as his men badly beat up the man. Miller refers to the man as Gideon and tells him that God will forgive him as his tears show repentance. Miller remarks he ain't God and goes ahead and scalps Gideon. The film transitions to a married couple, Hattie and Jeb, living with their young son Will and infant daughter Bess in their farm. The couple is struggling to feed their family and Hattie feels she has had enough and should return home to beg her father for a job. Jeb heads to the city to get some supplies, leaving Hattie and the children. After a while, Miller and his men, who include Longhair, Goldteeth, and the kid, show up to borrow some water. Miller further asks to buy some eggs from Hattie and inquires for her husband to do business with him instead. Will responds his father is in town at the moment. Hattie offers to cook the men some breakfast before they leave. The men seem friendly as they chat with Will and Miller offers to shush the crying baby. Hattie goes to get more eggs from the coop and notices scalps of men tied to one of their horses. She realizes the men are not what they seem and calmly goes back and serves them some breakfast while hatching a plan. After Miller says a prayer, Hattie suddenly has them at gunpoint and demands they hand in their guns and leave. The gang is seen riding away on their horses, but after a short while they are sneaking back with guns. Hattie spots them from the house and starts shooting at them through the window as they shoot back. Miller orders his men to stop shooting and instructs them that he wants Hattie alive. Hattie hands Will a gun to protect himself and his baby sister. As Longhair tries to sneak up on them, Will shoots him on the arm, leaving Will slightly injured. Later on, Miller surrenders, claiming he wishes they both start over. Meanwhile, his men continue to sneak around. Miller further admits that he has caused deaths before but will never hurt a woman or a child. Hattie hears a gun cocking behind the house and goes shooting the men who manage to run into hiding. Moments later, Hattie and Will watch in disbelief as Goldteeth and the kid gun down their cattle and slaughter it. They cook the meat in the cattle shed and treat Longhair's gunshot wound as Miller quotes the Bible as usual. Moments later, Miller reveals how his only child died in a fire and wants to get his revenge on every person involved. Meanwhile, Hattie lights up a fire and keeps it burning for the smoke to send a signal of a call for help. One of Hattie's neighbors, Mr. Samuelson, comes along after noticing the smoke and thinks the men are also there to help. Hattie alerts Mr. Samuelson to run and get help, and he rides away as Miller instructs his men to bring him alive. The roof catches fire and the kid gets some water and puts off the fire. Goldteeth eventually captures Mr. Samuelson and brings him back. Hattie pleads with Miller to flee Mr. Samuelson as he has done nothing wrong. Miller demands for her to come out, and when Hattie refuses, Miller eventually slits his throat. That night, Jeb is gambling in a casino after failing to get a job in town. He notices a poster with Captain Miller wanted and grabs a gun and rushes back home. The kid approaches Hattie, claiming he has been left on watch while the rest are sleeping, and of course Goldteeth and Miller are now watching from a distance. He remarks that when he joined the gang, they were supposed to rob and not hurt women or children, and everything does not feel right to him anymore. He then offers to help them escape and meet up with Jeb. Hattie eventually guns down the kid after figuring out that the gang is after Jeb and they have all been waiting for him to return, but using Hattie and her children as a bait. Hattie sends Will to let the horses out from the shed. He sneaks in the shed, secretly watching Longhair inside. Meanwhile, Hattie wraps up the baby and grabs some items and walks out of the house. Moments later, Longhair notices the horses are out and alerts the rest. While trying to leave, Goldteeth catches up with Hattie, and during a standoff between them, Hattie slits his face and manages to escape. The gang goes after Hattie and her children until the next morning. Upon getting to a river, they try to cross to the next side, and during the foot chase, Hattie can no longer keep up and hands the baby over to Will to keep running. Will manages to run out of sight and the men capture Hattie and tie her down. Jeb storms the site and has Miller at gunpoint. Miller reveals that Jeb was involved in the death of his daughter 12 years ago and should therefore pay for it just like all the rest involved. Jeb remarks that the incident was an accident and they did not know the child was in the house while lighting up the fire. Miller promises to spare Haiti in exchange of Jeb dropping his gun, but when Jeb gives in, Miller and his men further beat him up. Miller leads the couple back to the house and ties up Jeb outside, ready to convict him for his sins. Haiti tries to resist Miller's Sikh ideology, but Miller eventually slaps her. Jeb accepts his fate and Miller quotes the Bible, pulling out a knife to scalp him. Haiti stops him, agreeing to do anything for Miller to spare Jeb's life. Goldteeth drags Haiti inside and badly beats her up before he tries to assault her. Haiti manages to reach for a knife from a broken box on the ground, repeatedly stabbing Goldteeth to death. She walks out shooting at Miller and Longhair and unties Jeb. They both stagger to the cattle shed for hiding as Miller and Longhair spy from a distance with their guns. Haiti is badly shot in the process. Miller lights up the fire in anger upon finding Goldteeth on the ground. He further sneaks up on Jeb at gunpoint, but Haiti appears from behind and guns him down. Upon witnessing his captain's death, Longhair surrenders and rides away. At a distance, Jeb aims and shoots Longhair, who continues riding away. The couple share a kiss and watch as their house burns down. The scene transitions to the townspeople helping build their new home. That's all for today's recap. Please subscribe to stay tuned for more recaps.